In today's video, we'll look at this simple yet very effective piece of underwater imaging gear, what it's used for and how it can really save the day in certain shooting situations. Right after the intro. Hey there underwater image makers, what's going on? Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you were trying to capture a shot close to the surface, maybe even at the surface, maybe you were even trying to capture a nice looking split shot, but you couldn't really see your screen properly, or you couldn't see the image on your screen properly because it was just too bright around yourself and there was not enough contrast on your screen, and it was really difficult to judge proper exposure, proper composition, proper framing of your shot. This is a very common issue that every underwater image maker encounters when they use their system in bright conditions, especially in shallow water where you have a lot of sunlight coming in, or at the surface directly, as we mentioned before, when you're trying, for example, to take some split shots. The underwater imaging industry has been using so-called screen hoods for quite a while to counteract this problem. Now, what they are is basically a frame around your screen, and this frame protects your screen so it doesn't get hit directly by the surrounding sunlight, and this will give you a clearer, more contrasted image. Most underwater camera manufacturers have some sort of a screen hood in their lineup and on their underwater camera housings. My favorite smartphone housing didn't have that up until recently. Finally though, Divevolk introduced the Divevolk Foldable Screen Hood, which is just that, a screen hood that can be used specifically on your Divevolk system and that will counteract that problem. The cool thing about this is that it is lightweight, compact and foldable, has a very small footprint, and you cannot really tell me that you don't have space for this in your traveling gear. It is very easily set up and attached to your housing. You don't need any equipment whatsoever. You simply just grab your housing and then you've got those two elasto bands here on the side, and they just go over the side of your housing. This is once and this is twice, and as soon as you've got that on your housing, bam, you're set to go. You've got a nice little screen hood there in place, and that's gonna make it so much easier to clearly see the image that you're trying to frame, compose and capture. Now, we've been testing this screen hood on our recent trip to the Maldives when we were trying to film the nurse sharks just behind our liveaboard. Not surprisingly, it was a sunny day, and not having had the screen hood on our Divevolk housings, it would have been quite challenging to actually see what we were framing and capturing so close to the surface. We were trying to capture some half and half, some split shot videos and photos of the nurse sharks, and the screen hood definitely helped with seeing properly what we were filming. Initially, the Divevolk Foldable Screen Hood was designed to be used with the dome lens, obviously for taking split shots on the surface. And that's where it's probably gonna give you the biggest benefit. But you can also use it without that dome lens. You can just attach it to your Divevolk housing, and when you're shooting close to the surface or on the surface, it will also give you the benefit of keeping all that light from your screen, giving you a clearer view of the image and the videos that you're taking. Now, another cool feature about the foldable screen hood is that it actually does have these little holes here on the side, and they're meant for your thumbs. So you can put your thumbs through these holes and you can still work the housing and press the shutter button, adjust settings, all that sort of stuff while your screen hood is in position. That's actually a really well thought through feature of that screen hood. The Divevolk foldable screen hood is not limited to horizontal use only. It can also be attached to the 2 screws and then you can use it in a vertical position with the same benefits. This foldable screen hood has proven to be a very valuable accessory for my Divevolk system. Ever since I've received it, I've taken it on every trip and it has been used quite frequently by myself and my students on our underwater video workshops alike. The foldable screen hood is available from now in the official Divevolk webshop. It will set you back $29. If you want to save yourself a few bucks, you can use the link down in the video description below, which will give you an extra 6% discount on your order. And that's not limited on the screen hood, but literally anything that you buy from the Divevolk website. Thank you Divevolk for that generous offer to my viewership. And that's it for today's video. I hope I was able to explain to you the benefits, the general benefits of a screen hood and in particular the benefits of the foldable screen hood for your Divevolk system. Should there be any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet for more underwater video related content in the future. Thanks for watching guys, have an awesome week. Keep capturing all those amazing underwater adventures of yours and I will see you back here on the channel next week.